All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Just to kind of give you a heads up, there's a pretty significant thunderstorm going on outside my window. I shouldn't have any connectivity problems, but if I happen to drop off, keep that in mind, that could be where I went, and I will be back as fast as I can. So hang with me if that does happen to happen. Okay. All right, guys, so today, Kineo Office Hours, we are going to be talking about an old functionality that is actually a Moodle functionality, and it's pretty cool. We have people who use it, and I'm kind of experiencing multiple clients now starting to ask for just kind of new ways to design the course and looking for new ways to experience how the course is displayed. Orphaned activities is something, like I said, it's been around for a while. It's just part of the Moodle side of your Totara installation. So this is kind of a trip down memory lane for me. So my name is Taylor Craig. I'm the Senior Platforms Consultant at Kineo, and I have the privilege of training a lot of our clients who are onboarding and work with my counterpart Alex Carrick. He also does the same, and we also train existing clients and do any kind of sales work, any of that stuff. So we kind of touch every aspect of your journey through the Kineo experience. So the platforms consultants, we follow you around. You can't get rid of us. So let's talk about orphaned activities. What exactly is it? So essentially what it is it's a way to hide all of those links in your course. So if you're familiar with building a Totara course or a Moodle course, you know that any activity or resource, they always display as links on your course page. Sometimes people don't like that. They feel like it's a bunch of links, and especially really big courses, it can get a little redundant if you're not using things like labels and headers to break things up and just kind of give your course a little bit more eye appeal. So orphaned activities essentially allow you to push all of those links down into another area and basically hide those from the learner. All the while, you're still going to be able to give them access to those activities. So that's what it is and kind of why it's cool. So let's talk about how it works. So I'm going to use our refresh site. Give me 1 second. Was going to use a different site, but I think I want to use refresh. Give me a second. I will get there shortly. I just cleared all my cookies. And I, of course, never do remember any links because I let technology do it for me. Okay, there we go. So we're on the Kineo refresh site. If you're not aware of this site, it's there. It's ready for you to use it. Right now it is on version 11. We are in the process of upgrading it to version 12. So hopefully here pretty soon you will see the site change. This is slightly different from Training Hub in the fact that it is going to refresh on you every 24 hours. So don't put anything in here that you want to keep because it is going to be deleted. But if you want to use this as just a testing environment so that you don't clutter any of your stuff and you want to test something, have at it. Get to town in here. We've got admin users, staff managers, users that are associated with those staff managers, just kind of an area for you to play. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to log in as an administrative user, or really just any user that has course editing rights can do this. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to just create a course real quick. There we go. You don't have to do anything special in this part of it. You just save and display. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I have a couple of images that I've built out, and we've also seen some clients do this. They do it with, I don't know if you've heard of image mapping. If you're good at HTML code and you know how to do that kind of stuff, it can turn out to be a really cool user experience for your users. I'm not quite that talented, so we're just going to go about it making images links. But you should be able to get the general idea of what you could do if you know how to do the HTML image mapping. So I'm going to go into the summary of the general topic area, and I'm going to add an image. Let's grab it here. I believe I have it on my desktop. Okay, so I'm going to say my description is not necessary. I'm going to leave that there. Okay, and then below it, I'm going to throw in another image. Okay, I don't like that white space between them, so I am going to do the extender bar on my Atto toolbar and do the HTML view, and I am going to remove the break in that paragraph right there. I didn't remove enough. Remove this whole paragraph tag. There we go. Okay, so that's going to push it together a bit more. Okay, so we've got these images at the top. Again, I'm not super talented at this, so just to kind of get the general gist of the idea across. So we've got several topics down here below. We're going to go ahead, I'm going to add in, let's say, a page resource. Okay, and this is going to tie to the image that says watch. And we'll embed a video here. Let me grab one of our office hours videos here. And I'm going to grab, let me do this over here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we have here, I've got some, what I did is I went to a video and I hit share. And then I do have the ability to embed. So I'm going to grab the embed code. So you can do it a couple of different ways. So I'm going to go there. And then switch over to that HTML view. You know what, actually, let's do this a different way because I've recently discovered another way that I like a whole lot better. And it's also more responsive. So instead of doing the embedding option, if we wanted to, just really quickly, let me show you how you do that. You just pop that embed code in, and boom, you've got a video in there. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is by using the actual media button inside of your Atto toolbar. So I'm going to click on that. It's really simple because literally all you need is the URL for the video. You don't have to know how to do embed codes. You don't know how to do any of that stuff. Go over to the video and then paste it in. There are some settings, I will say, at the administrative level around this video area here. I believe it's underneath the Atto toolbar stuff that's going to determine how large that image, that video appears. So right now you're seeing it kind of small. It is responsive, however. So when I do open it up in the page, it should be larger, depending on my settings that I have set. So I can set some completion settings around this. If I want to, I'm going to say show activity is complete, learner has to watch it, or has to view just click on the web page, right? Okay, and then we can add in a SCORM video, a SCORM file here for the learn. So I'm going to do that the easy way, and I have a sample file somewhere. Okay, so we're just going to throw a SCORM file in. Drag and drop that, tell it I want it to be a SCORM, and upload. So once you get all your activities, once you get all your resources in there, what you can do is you have to provide links to them. So I'm going to right-click, copy link address, and I'm actually going to open this in a new tab so that I can come back and forth and grab the links that I need. For the watch image, I'm going to select it and then click on the image link, or the little link icon. Paste that in. You can determine if you want to open it in a new window or the same. I'm going to go back to my other tab, right-click on my SCORM file, copy link address, back into my editing tab, select the Learn image, click the link, paste, create, and then save changes. So now the part of orphaned activities. So one thing to be aware of is if you come in here and you hide the topic, or if you come in here and you hide the individual activities, that's literally hiding it from the learner even if they have the direct link. So what would happen is if you hid this entire section or hid the entire activity in itself and then provide them the direct link, they're going to click on that direct link and then it's going to tell them, sorry, you don't have access to do this. Okay? So what we need to do is we need to orphan those activities. So in order to do that, now I'm going to go all the way down here to the bottom just so you don't have to watch me hide 4 topics, because you may also have additional content in your course. So you may have other stuff in topic 1, 2, and 3. So pull it all the way down to the bottom and then click the minus sign. You're going to see that header just automatically change. I didn't type that in. It's going to change over and it's going to be called Orphaned Activities. Okay, so really quickly here, I'm going to enroll one of those test users that we have on this site. Let's do user 1. And I'm going to open up another browser. We're just going to log in, see what this looks like to the learner. Okay, so user 1. I went to my autopilot password and didn't use the refresh one. Okay, so here's that course. And now as the learner, notice I don't see anything in the course, but I can click on Learn. It's going to go ahead and take me into that SCORM package, and then I go through the normal steps of launching that SCORM. And then for Watch, it's going to take me in here to the video. Okay, and I should be able to turn that on and play it. Looks like it's having some trouble with Firefox. May need to look at some administrative settings there. Or I may not have gotten the full URL. Let's double check. That's odd. It would help if I could click the correct thing. Huh, I must have screwed up when I pasted the URL. Let's grab it again. Here we go. Let's do this. Share. Copy that link. So I want you to see this work because I use it all the time. You shouldn't worry about any of that. There it goes. Okay. So now we have it in there and it's displaying and it works. I must have removed something from the URL. But to just kind of bring that home on our orphaned activities, and let's make sure we see it as the learner. There's the image. So we do have it in there. So they can go back into your course, and essentially all they see is a pretty image versus seeing a whole bunch of links in the course. So orphaned activities, like I said, it's an old functionality, but it's kind of cool functionality. And we have several clients that are starting to utilize this in different ways. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the floor back over to you guys, assuming I can find my original slide. And we'll go from there. So do you have any questions for me?